Hi guys, welcome to Placeaholic. In this video we'll take a closer look at the 20 best places to live in Georgia. Commonly referred to as the Peach State, Georgia may very well be one of the best places to live in the United States, and that's a fact. There are a ton of reasons why you should consider moving here, and those aren't just limited to the man-made amenities alone. We are talking about incredibly dense forests, huge mountains, and a ton of natural beaches that you can't find anywhere else on this planet. That's why Georgia really is a special place, to say the least. As such, for today we decided to give you a brief rundown of the 20 best places where you can live in Georgia. Just keep in mind that if you want to live in a safe and comfortable place in the US, there aren't many out there that can rival any of the places mentioned here on this list. With all of that being said though, let's just hop right into our first pick of the day. 20. Columbus. Columbus can be found alongside the banks of the Chattahoochee River, right next to the Fort Benning Army Base. What's great about Columbus is the fact that you get access to 50 public parks here, alongside the amazing world-class whitewater rafting events. The town is also relatively affordable to live in, while also providing you with a lot of different amenities that you will surely love. The educational system is also top-notch, as this is where you can find the Columbus State University, one of the top schools in the country. Overall, you can't go wrong with Columbus. 19. Roswell. Roswell is the type of place that you need to see with your own eyes, if you want to truly understand where the beauty of the place lies. It is a very green city, and that's no exaggeration. You will instantly fall in love with the urban parks here, and let's not forget about the fact that you can learn all about Roswell's incredibly detailed history while here. With a population of 100,000 residents, Roswell may not be the smallest or calmest of places to live in, but it still makes for one of the most beautiful places in Georgia, especially so if you love hiking around deep and luscious trails. 18. Savannah. Fun fact, Savannah is actually the oldest city in the state. It was first established way back in 1733, and it is considered to be a vital part of the Atlantic side of the country, because of its usefulness in the important importing and exporting industry. For the most part though, these days it is known for the fact that its streets are lined with cobblestones and for its charming Savannah Historic District. Also worth mentioning are the numerous different parks around every corner. Over 11 million tourists visit the town every year to see its sheer beauty, so if you don't want to have to deal with tourists at all times, you may want to avoid Savannah. If you can handle that though, we highly recommend checking out Savannah for yourself. 17. Marietta. Next up on our list we have Marietta, the home of well over 60,000 people, that have all probably enjoyed at least one of the many cultural attractions that the town has to offer. We are talking about dozens of museums, old-time theaters, and numerous statues that you can find around every corner. On top of that, you can also check out the Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield Park nearby, as long as you're okay with hiking for 20 miles at a time. Besides all of that, Marietta has some incredibly high-quality public education systems, and not only that, but you can definitely get your hands on a pretty affordable house here too, so you won't have to worry about breaking the bank anytime soon here. 16. Druid Hills. You won't see Atlanta in this list because it's too big of a city and it would have been a general option, but we have Atlanta's best neighborhoods for you. Druid Hills is a very beautiful suburb that shelters a total of 14,000 people. It is known as the perfect combination of a neighborhood, suburb, and a census, being oftentimes referred to as Atlanta's suburb due to its popularity. The standard home here will cost you about $477,800, but this is more than made up for thanks to the fact that the common household makes about $87,912 per year. 15. Virginia-Highland. Commonly referred to as Va-Hi by the locals, this may very well be one of the best places to live in Georgia, and that is mostly due to how perfect of an experience this neighborhood offers you and your family. It features a total population of around 10,300, and with a monthly rent of $1,000 per month, it's no wonder that so many of the locals here rent their places instead of paying for a home at once. If you do choose to pay up though, you'll most likely be asked to pay around $496,195, although you can definitely get one for less than that too. 14. Suwanee. Suwanee may seem like your average small town, with a total population of just under 19,000, but trust us when we tell you that there is more to it than meets the eye. First off, The average house here is very affordable, costing you only about $240,000. On top of that, you also get to take full advantage of the Gwinnett County School District here, and let's not forget about the fact that the Suwanee Town Center Park is just around the corner too. 13. Peachtree City. Living in Peachtree City is akin to living in a fairy tale, and we do mean that. It is oftentimes considered to be one of the most idyllic places in the US, with it even topping off Expedia's list of the 19 best cities that must be seen. On top of that, it is also widely referred to as one of the safest cities in the state according to the FBI's own database, and that's no simple feat. Interestingly enough, the city is also known for the fact that they actually made it legal to drive golf carts around, and because of this it's not irregular to see them just fly across the open road. Let's not forget about the fact that this is also where the Pinewood Forest development is taking place, where some of the top architects in the state are working day and night to create the ultimate community around. 12. Gainesville. Most people know Gainesville for its poultry processing plants, and honestly, we can't blame them for this. Outside of that though, Gainesville is also full of lush green forests, and not only that, but it also features a ton of different outdoor recreational sites as well. The schools here are great, and let's not forget about the fact that the Northeastern Georgia Medical Center can be found right around the corner too in case of an emergency. Overall, Gainesville is one of those places that you need to see with your own eyes to truly appreciate. It is beautifully wild due to its forests, and yet it still manages to give off a more suburban feel, thanks to its many different amenities. 11. Athens. Athens is one of the best options you may have if you are a college student and you're looking to get your own place here in Georgia. It is also one of the most affordable places in the state, with a home here costing you about $150,000 or so, and the rent per month rarely crossing over the $800 mark. As such, there are about 120,000 other people that live here, making this one of the largest towns in the area for sure. What makes it great though is also the fact that it features plenty of amazing entertainment, shopping and dining options. They are all perfect for the average student too, considering the fact that everything here is super affordable in the first place. 10. Johns Creek. Johns Creek is a fairly large suburb of Atlanta that has a total population of about 82,200 residents right now. Its schools are top-notch, as you can expect from such a highly rated town, and on top of that, the average annual salary here is of around $87,912, which is always nice to see. The crime rate is practically non-existent, and let's not forget about the fact that the diversity here is very high, so if you're looking for a more open-minded place to move into, this may be one of the best choices you could make right here. The typical home will cost you a pretty penny though, about $477,800 to be precise, but it will be worth it by the end of the day to say the least. 9. Woodstock. You can find Woodstock around 30 miles north of Atlanta, and from the moment you step foot in it, you will immediately understand why this is rated so high up on our list. It is a vibrant city that really comes alive during the later hours due to its many nightclubs and restaurants, while at the same time offering you a ton of amazing world-class parks and trails to explore during the day. Couple that with the fact that the town features little to no crimes, and a really amazing school system, and you can quickly see why so many people decided to move into Woodstock this year alone. 8. Mountain Park. As you can expect from a place that is literally called Mountain Park, this quiet little suburb is the gateway to the Stone Mountain Park, one of the most widely regarded touristic spots in the state. On top of that, living here in Mountain Park is always great because you can do so for about $168,500 or so. That is an absolute steal to say the least, which is quite ironic considering just how low the crime rate is here in the first place. Overall, Mountain Park makes for one of the most beautiful and serene environments you could live in, so if you're looking for a calmer place to spend your days in, this may very well be the best option for you right now. 7. Decatur. Decatur is oftentimes referred to as one of the best communities to live in, and that's not without merit. The schools here are absolutely fantastic, and let's not forget about the fact that the home prices are just as attractive. You can get a nice home for just under $365,900, although if you are not looking for anything permanent you can instead opt for a rent, which will cost you about $887 per month. The crime rate is astoundingly low, and the amenities here are pretty much never-ending. All in all, Decatur is worth every penny and then some. 6. Augusta. Augusta is the perfect blend of big city vibes and small town charm, mostly due to its large list of amenities alongside its heavy emphasis on preserving nature. The cost of living here is 10% below the national average, making this a great choice for those that aren't exactly comfortably with throwing their life savings away to live on their own. On top of that, Augusta also has a fairly expansive historical and cultural background, with it being the oldest city in Georgia. This is where you can come across the beautiful Broad Street, and while you are here you can also check out the plethora of regional artisans and delicious treats from the Augusta market. 5. Evans. Evans can be found in the Columbia County, with a total population of about 33,730 residents. Although the town may look very rural due to its overall aesthetics, it is actually a great choice for those that want a quieter place to live in while also taking advantage of the fact that it is very close to Augusta. What makes Evans so good though is also the fact that every family here has an average annual income of about $92,507, and on top of that, the median house value is of around $227,600, which is downright ridiculous considering how amazing the amenities are here to begin with. 4. Macon. Macon is a college town unlike anything we've ever seen before. The daytime is calm and serene, but the town truly comes alive during the late hours, when the nightlife begins and the restaurants in the area finally open up their doors. It is a very social town that features a ton of amazing cultural and historical landmarks, including the Tubman Museum and the Allman Brothers Band Museum for that matter. We can't recommend the Ocmulgee National Monument enough either, as Macon truly lives up to its name as one of the best towns to live in while in Georgia. 3. Sandy Springs. Sandy Springs is a beautiful town that features a total population of about 100,000 residents. What makes buying a home here so amazing is the fact that the real estate market around here is absolutely booming right now. You can get yourself a house for about $415,600, but be sure of the fact that these prices will steadily increase over the years due to how amazing of an experience living here is in the first place. There are 3 massive hospitals for you to choose from here, and the school system is pretty much unmatched too. Overall, Sandy Springs is the perfect town to move into if you want to come out on top financially speaking. 2. Alpharetta. Alpharetta can be found in the Fulton County, a region that is commonly referred to as the best place to live in while in this state for sure. The crime rate is lower than the rest of the state, and on top of that, the education system really is worth looking into, considering just how many great options you have to choose from. Getting yourself a good home will cost you about $327,000 on average too, but it'll be worth it considering the fact that every home here brings about $92,839 annually. 1. Vinings. Vinings is just a perfect rendition of what a dream place to live in should look like. With an average household income of $75,451 and the median home value resting at around $397,600, Vinings really earns its place on our list, and that's an understatement. It features an unemployment rate of about 1%, and a graduation rate that is about 20% higher than any other place in the state. Overall, Vinings may not seem like much from afar, but the closer you look the better you realize just how amazing of a choice this really is for you and your family. Georgia is a one-of-a-kind type of a place that you need to see to believe. We've featured a ton of different places here that all sound absolutely amazing, but it really depends on you to choose which of them is the best for you. So, take your time and really think this part through. You will need to find the perfect spot for you to move into, and it won't be easy. As long as you pick any of these 20 picks up here though, you should be more than happy with your decision. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click that like button, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.